What you are about to hear is not prediction, it is pattern. The ancient science of Jyotish reads the movement of the planets, the grahas, as signals of collective destiny, and the next 10 years, from 2026 through 2036, carry a pattern unlike anything seen in generations. This is the decade that reshapes everything. Let's begin with 2026, the year of deep waters and invisible risks. Saturn moves into Pisces, the sign of dissolution, of things hidden beneath the surface. But here's the key. Jupiter rises to exaltation in Cancer by June, and that opens a rare window of protection for those who are paying attention. Meanwhile, Rahu lurks in Aquarius, activating Shatabisha, the nakshatra of 100 healers and hidden truths. From February to April, the Angarak Yoga forms as Mars conjuncts Rahu in Aquarius, bringing tech warfare and digital chaos. By October, water signs trigger the Jala Sanghata, maritime conflicts, naval blockades, catastrophic floods. And beneath it all, a deep fake crisis blurs reality, while a health threat targets the nervous system. 2027, this is where things get serious. Saturn falls into debilitation in Aries beginning July. This is Neecha Shani, the weakened taskmaster. When Saturn is weak, leadership fails, institutions crack, and by October, Saturn retrogrades to 0 degrees Aries, the Gandanta point, that dangerous junction where water meets fire. This is peak crisis energy. Mars in its own sign adds full martial force, military escalation, border conflicts, economic shock. The old order starts to burn. 2028, selective fall, peak destruction. Saturn moves through Bharani nakshatra, ruled by Yama, the lord of death himself. Mars crosses its own Gandanta from Pisces to Aries in March. By October, multiple death nakshatras activate simultaneously. Mass casualties, structural collapse, fire disasters and nuclear risks emerge. But here's what matters. Those aligned with the new frequency, they find themselves selectively protected. 2 tracks diverge. 2029, the crisis extends. Saturn remains debilitated in Aries. Bharani gives way to Kritika, the nakshatra of the cosmic razor. The Angarak Yoga returns in November as Mars meets Rahu in Sagittarius. Authority keeps failing. Economies restructure from the ground up. Geopolitical power shifts in ways nobody expected, and the ground itself rebels, with earthquakes and structural failures across the globe. 2030, the turning point. In April, Saturn finally exits Aries and enters Taurus. The debilitation ends. The crisis phase concludes, and from the ashes, new structures begin to crystallize. Economic recovery systems come online. A profound wisdom shift sweeps through humanity as old philosophies collapse and new understanding takes their place. The worst is over. Rebuilding begins. 2031 through 32. Stabilization and rebuilding. Saturn grounds itself in Taurus while Jupiter moves through Scorpio. The Guru Chandala Yoga exposes corrupted wisdom, clearing space for something authentic. Institutions rebuild on new foundations. Economies stabilize. A mass spiritual awakening ripples across civilizations. And for the first time, human and artificial intelligence learn to truly collaborate, rather than compete. 2033 through 35. The new order crystallizes. Saturn moves through Gemini into Cancer, bringing homeland focus and, yes, possible displacement events. But Jupiter enters its own sign of Sagittarius, restoring philosophical clarity. New infrastructure becomes fully operational, and a cultural renaissance emerges. New art, new philosophy, new spirituality. all born from the fire of the previous decade. Remember this: the stars do not command, they indicate. The next 10 years carry immense pressure, but also immense possibility. Those who align with the shifting frequencies, who release what must dissolve, who build what must emerge, they will navigate the passage. The prophecy is written, the choice remains yours.